guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kate and I'm here for a very specific and kind of sad reason today. So this is the start to my journey of getting a resection. Now, if you saw my Crohn's disease video, you will know what I'm kind of dealing with right now. I am having to get a resection of my terminal ileum into the first part of my colon because I've had Crohn's for 10 years and I've been struggling really bad, and recently I developed strictures and I cannot go to the bathroom. They are afraid of a blockage coming along and we just want to get this squared away. We're gonna resect, we're going to spend some time in the hospital, and we are going to recover for a while. Let me talk you through what brought me to this point, what the process is going to look like, and then I will be taking you along with the whole process. I feel like I should be a little more nervous than I actually am, but I just feel like I've been through a lot in my life, like medically and in hospitals and all kinds of stuff, that I feel like I'm kind of ready for this. I've just been struggling with this disease for so long that I'm ready for a new chapter. I really do feel like this resection will help me because I have a very specific diet lined up for when I'm done. Yeah, let's get into the specifics. Today is August... Alexa, what's today's date?
It's Monday, August 7th.
It is August 7th, it's a Monday, and next week is when my surgery is. So my surgery is August 17th and it's a Thursday. So we're looking at a prep day, which would be the day before, so that's Wednesday. I have to do all kinds of weird stuff. I have to do a bowel prep, which you do before a colonoscopy, so that's kind of normal. I can't eat unless it's like, you know, like Jello or Gatorade or whatever, broth, I don't know. And I have to take the Miralax, Ducalax, whatever, and clear out. And I guess I have to take all of my piercings out, take all of my nail polish off. I can't have any makeup on, nothing like that. And I have to take a shower the night before with like this certain soap they gave me. I'm not sure what that does, but I guess it's kind of just helps them make sure I'm sterile for the process. I have to change my bed sheets and make sure they're clean the night before, and then I have to shower with that stuff again the next day. And I don't think I can drink anything the morning of. They said I couldn't take anything but Tylenol before like the week of the surgery, so I have to be really careful with that now. Anyways, that's like the prep, I guess. And then I already got my pre-surgery blood work done. I've done the call with the nurse talking about like how to prepare or whatever. Pretty ready. I have to pack a hospital bag probably next week, and I don't really know what to expect with all of this. I do actually start my new semester of school on the same day as my surgery, so that's going to be really interesting as well. Do online ASU, and I find it challenging a lot because the semesters are broken up into like 5 or 7 weeks instead of like the 15.5 weeks that you usually have for a semester. So it's a lot at once, and it's very quick, fast paced, and I'm a good student. I have like a 4.0 GPA right now, and I love school. I've always loved school, but I'm kind of at a point where I'm so tired of it at this point, and having to get this huge surgery is like a life-changing event, and I don't want to have to like take a break from school because I literally only have 2 semesters left. Anyway, I digress. We're looking at me being in the hospital for 5 days, which is, they said it's going to be between 5 and 10 days or something, but they said 9 times out of 10 we might even be able to get you out on the Monday because I'm going into surgery Thursday, so it'd be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 5 days. I'm hoping that I get out sooner than later. I literally hate being in the hospital. I hate being hooked up to a bunch of stuff. I hate not being able to sleep because people are constantly bothering you. 5 days in the hospital, most likely, and then I'm gonna go home, and they said I'm gonna be laid up for about 8 weeks. Which brings me to like the end of October pretty much. And there's another issue. Ryan and I are going to Mexico with his mom. I believe it's like the 21st of October. My doctor said that I should be okay because, you know, I'll be like laying poolside and like hanging out. I'm not like working on my feet for 8 hours because he's like, I don't know when you're going to be ready to go back to work. That's up to you and your body. Like, we want to make sure you're fully healed so nothing goes wrong, because this is a very, very major invasive surgery. I also forgot to mention they're doing 3 incisions. The way he said it was it's going to be like here, here, and here, because they're doing it laparoscopically, and thank God they're doing it laparoscopically and not cutting me all the way open, because that would have been a lot more major and it would have probably required me to be on a colostomy bag. That is not in the picture right now, thank God, because I was really afraid of that happening, and it's a possibility that that would happen to me in the future, but I'm really hoping not. Anyway, that's what I know right now, and I'm feeling nervous, but I thought I would be freaking out a little bit more than I am. I feel like I've just been in so much like pain and agony that I'm kind of just ready for this to happen. I guess I'll keep you guys updated. I think the next time you'll see me is probably like the day before surgery when I'm prepping for it.
So the night before the surgery, I did my prep and it was literally awful. I woke up at 2 in the morning and vomited everywhere, and I also got my period right in time for surgery, which was not fun. But here I am going into the hospital. It was definitely really scary the day of, and I don't know, you guys will hear all about it, but here's me going into surgery, and immediately here's me out of surgery. I was definitely loopy for these clips, so don't mind them. And I did have a lot of support. I'm so thankful for each and every person that was there for me through this, whether it was through the phone or in person. I really appreciate every single one of you. But let's carry back onto the video. Here's some clips, and you'll see me talking very soon. It has been about almost 2 weeks after the surgery. I don't really know how many clips I ended up getting. I figured I would kind of give you guys an update while I'm just driving over to my grandparents' house. Don't worry, I'm looking at the road. Anyways, surgery. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because I don't want to be inauthentic and I don't want to sugarcoat things, because what I just went through was terrible. It was hell. Yeah, it was very, very painful. It was horrible. Let me try to run it back. The surgery was, I believe, at like noon or a little bit later than noon. It was about a 3 to 4 hour long process. I woke up and I don't really remember much. I just remember being like very sedated. And then I remember like my mom, my dad, my friend Corinne, and then of course Ryan were there. They took me up to a room and I remember getting really, really hot and nauseous. And then I ended up throwing up, which was kind of traumatic because you just came out of like a really intense surgery and you're in a lot of pain and then you just throw up. So that wasn't fun. Basically from there they just got me into a room and I pretty much like slept for the night. I don't really remember much about the first like couple days being there. I think I kind of shut it out, or I was just like on a lot of pain meds. I could tell you they had me on morphine, or basically it's a pain management button where you press it every like 5 minutes or so and it will give you a little dose. So they had that on me continuously for like 2 full days. Also wanted to mention that I woke up with like a catheter. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's like when you can't pee yourself, they like hook you up. You have to worry about having to get up and down because they didn't want me getting out of bed for the first like day or 2. Finally, I was able to be unhooked from that and I could go to the bathroom myself, and I started to walk around a little bit, but it was extremely hard. Obviously hurt really, really bad to move in any way. Getting out of the hospital bed was really hard, but thankfully like I had some help, and going to the bathroom I needed help. I needed help with literally everything. As the day has gone by, like everything felt a lot stronger and I was able to kind of like move around myself with a walker. After that, like I walked around without a walker. It was kind of, I was like hunched over a little bit, kind of just like went through it just so that I could go home because I hate being in the hospital. Which brings me to my other point. Also, please don't mind my appearance is not very good today. I'm literally just dressed down, like comfortable, going to visit my grandparents before they go to the beach. So I don't even know what today's date is. I think it's August 29th. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When you're in the hospital, poking and prodding at you constantly. I think I showed the video of like the vein that was blown out. They basically try to do blood work every day at 4 in the morning. They could not get any of my veins on my left arm. One of them blew out. Actually, 2 of them blew out on the same, like it was like here-ish. Still hurts right now. Also, they didn't blow out a vein up on the wrist area, but what happened was it got like pretty bruised and it hurt pretty bad. Also, where the IV was in my hand, there's still like hole in my hand and it's really like painful all over my hand. But also, they were injecting me with heparin, which is to prevent blood clotting, every like 6 to 8 hours or something like that. Both of my legs were like all bruised up because of the injections, which also kind of sucked. I ended up getting off of the IV pain meds before they even let me eat solid food. That was hard. I have a lot of nausea a lot of the time, and so because of that, it's hard for me to take anything without solid food, especially like a pain med. So I ended up telling them that I literally can't take oral pain meds until I eat. So I tried to eat solid food without any pain meds in my system, and then I got into some extreme pain. So they had to end up giving me like a little bit of morphine in the hand, IV, like a push, I think they call it. I was able to eat, and then finally, like, I was good. I took oxycodone pills. I think I only took 2 total, and they wanted to send me home with them, but I told them no, because basically this surgery, you have to be careful with constipation. If you didn't know, pain meds are extremely constipating. And then also you have to be careful with nausea and vomiting. If you don't eat enough, like, you will throw it up. I remember when I had my tonsil surgery that I went home and I took my pain pills, and I ended up throwing it up because I ended up throwing them up because I didn't eat enough, and then it like really like hurt my throat, because obviously. Moving on, I got out of the hospital. I was able to walk on my own, like with help. I mean, going home was great in itself because I knew that I could just be comfortable in my own living room or my own bed. Once I was home, I think the first couple days I was just sleeping, trying to keep ice on it, and that was it. And then I finally was able to like shower on my own, which when I got home from the hospital, like right when I got home from the hospital, I showered with Ryan's help. After that, I waited another day or so, and I was able to actually walk on my own, shower on my own. It was a little bit hard to do, but I powered through it. I have an ice pack on right now. I don't think you can see it. I'll try to point you down. Yeah, you can kind of see it wrapped around my waist a little bit. I need to kind of wrap up this little segment. I'll give you guys definitely more updates. This isn't over yet. My scar is definitely still healing. Hurts pretty bad. I don't see my doctor for a follow-up appointment until the end of September. Hello, you guys. I am back with a much further out update from the surgery. It is currently December, and my surgery was about 3.5 months ago at this point, and I have some major updates for you guys. So in the last part of the video, that was about 2 weeks post-surgery, which is crazy. I was already driving, shopping, hanging out with people, but you have to understand, I was still in intense amounts of pain, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I don't show it very well because I've been so used to masking my emotions and how I come off to people, because I've had this disease and a lot of chronic pain for literally 10 years. I still put on makeup, I still go do things because I honestly need to. I have never been someone who could just sit still. Never. So I'm gonna be 100% with you guys. The first 3 weeks of recovery, I was super depressed, and I am not that way normally at all. Like, I'm super happy, optimistic, like, I don't know, I'm super funny, optimistic, I don't really take things that seriously type of person. Those 3 weeks after surgery were really, really hard. I was very depressed. I was very just sad. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move on my own. I couldn't shower or go to the bathroom, like walk, nothing. I couldn't do anything on my own, and it depressed me a lot. I think I also had like FOMO, like I didn't want to miss out on like life, and I feel like I was really emotional because I was in so much pain. I depended on everyone else for everything. I was just in a really dark place. I don't blame myself for that. Like, that is a huge thing to go through. Most people in their entire lifetime do not have to go through that, and I had to go through it at a young age, and so I feel for myself a little bit. So I had compassion with myself. I gave myself time to emotionally like come back together. Within those 3 weeks, I finally got over it. I was better. I could do more things. Like, really 2 full months, I was wearing ice packs around my waist like constantly because it hurt so bad.
I did end up with 4 incisions. I did say originally 3, but it is 4. At first, they were really, really nasty and like very painful. It looked really terrible, but now they definitely look a lot better. Still healing. I am actually still in pain here and there with it, but it's not constant like it was before. I'm still not cleared to go back to work. I was supposed to go back to work initially at the end of October. My doctor was like, you're not ready to work on your feet. Like if you worked at a desk job where you sat all day, I would send you back. But he's like, you are not able to like be on your feet for more than like 3 or 4 hours at a time. You need to take it easy. Like you can't be bending and twisting and like doing all these things. And as you guys know, I work at Starbucks part-time because they paid for my tuition for college, and I was working there as I was in college. And so it was a really, really busy job, and it was very physically demanding. I did work 8.5-hour shifts. It was a lot, and I'm not projected to go back until the end of December. Overall though, I have to say I feel absolutely amazing. For the past 10 years, I was suffering so bad. It was so much pain. It was countless things like that I didn't even mention in the Crohn's video. Like I had ulcers, I had weird rashes that hurt really bad. Like there was so many things that I could sit here all day telling you. And if you do want a part 2 to the Crohn's video kind of explaining more into detail, I can absolutely film that for you guys. So just comment on either that video or this video and let me know. There's just so much to it, and it was very painful. Every single day there was something or multiple things. I have rheumatoid arthritis as well, and I still get really painful joints. Like sometimes I can't like chop things when I'm cooking, or I can't get like lids off of jars, like that kind of thing, because my arthritis acts up sometimes, especially in the cold weather like right now. Long story short, the surgery was hell. It was awful. I'm not going to lie. I want to be authentic with you guys. Like I don't want to come on here and sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, like this was so easy. Like no, it was hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest and tell you it was really hard. I overcame it though. It took about 3 weeks and I felt like a brand new person. And I swear I've never felt better. Like honestly, I've felt so good lately. No pain. And I have been sticking to the SCD diet, which I'm gonna make an entire video about it in VLOGMAS, so stay tuned for that. But I am on a very strict diet, and it's been really easy, honestly, for me to follow it, and it's been changing my entire life. I've never felt this normal, per se. Like, I've been so sick for the past 10 years that I didn't know what normal was, and now I get it again. And I'm more radiant, my skin has cleared, I've lost that extra weight and have been gaining muscle literally just from doing, like, normal people things, because I'm not cleared to go to the gym yet either. So just, like, things are so much better now, and I wish I could go back to my past self that you guys just saw and say, hey, it's gonna suck for a little bit, but it's gonna be okay. Like, you are going to be so happy at the end of all of this, and it's gonna be worth it, because it's so worth it. I am a brand new person. I'm literally over the moon. I'm so grateful that I went through with the surgery. I'm proud of myself for going through with it and being brave and going into it with a positive mind, because I really did. So that is pretty much it, you guys. I wanted to thank you so much for being here if you are watching this video. I just know how important this is to share, because even if a couple people are inspired or informed or just get to understand me better, like, I just want to help someone, or honestly everyone, you know, get through these hard things, because it's not easy at all. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in tomorrow's Vlogmas video, and make sure to subscribe, comment down below, do all of the things. But I'm glad I get to share this experience with you guys, even though it was very vulnerable for me. But yeah, love you guys. See you tomorrow.